Now.
Thank you so much, Mayor. I'm Charles Water from iRadio. I'm having about 3 questions. One is, you talked about the prices of commodities, encouraging the traders to reduce. But there's a complaint still from the locals, South Sudanese, especially the young people who are doing this local business, that the Juba City Council continue to impose high taxes on them. Now my question is, what are you doing to empower this local or these young people who are trying to survive? And then the second question is, a day after the protest, your deputy, Tik Mayardit, made a statement to the media and then threatening to shoot anyone who goes to the street. Now the question is this the position of Juba City Council, that whoever goes for a strike will be shot at? And then the last question is, yesterday my colleagues here from iRadio were here in your office and then you advised them not to access Koyakoya Market because they wanted to speak to some of the traders. So is Koyakoya Market now access to the journalists or not yet? If not yet, until when? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I think at that particular time we had been still in process of investigation and also putting things in order. That was why we stopped them not to go to the market. But now things are okay. Even yesterday at the midday they are supposed to go. And I am telling you, the media houses, that now you can access the markets as normal. And then secondly, also you asked a question about the issue of Thick, who release an information in the market. That is not the position of Juba City Council. Juba City Council is providing service to the people of the city, and at the same time also they are there to maintain law and order and public tranquility also. So we as the city, we always condone a peaceful coexistence within the city, and also whenever there are any protests of such kind, we apprehend the people and then we investigate them so that we know the motives of why they are protesting. Protest in the markets is not really good because it causes distraction and harm people, because this is the place where there is a big number of people, and that is why we really we stop people not to make or conduct such particular protests in the markets. The other question is about the prices, or about the prices in the market, and then also the issue of youth who are making or engaging in trade or small businesses in the market. We are not imposing high taxes. We only give them a daily tax, which is something to do with 550 SSP, which is a little money. It's not a big money. Sometimes when the business is big, they are asked to pay 500 pounds. That is in 1 month period. So I don't think that really they are a problem. But the most important issue is that they always block the roads, and that is where the city council have problem with them. They block roads, they put their things in the pavement of the roads, and sometimes even they block the road completely. And this is where sometimes we send public order in order to disperse them, in order to see that people are able to move. I think this is why they are. But we are planning in order to ensure that there are open markets for them, whereby they can put their things in a safe place. Because on the middle of the roads, they can be also fall into accidents or traffic accidents.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
Thank you. I'm Tidio Betty from Radio Meraya. My question is, as we know, in some democratic countries, it's normal for citizens to come out and demonstrate peacefully for a right that they think they deserve to get. So why are we saying that citizens should not come out to do a peaceful protest or demonstration? Thank you.
We did not talk about peaceful protest, but we talk about the harsh protest. Weeks, especially, people sometimes conduct it in public places, like in the market, which is unbecoming. That is not permissible for people to conduct a harsh protest in the markets, and also in a place where there are many people, especially there are children there, women, and all that. So protest of such kind is not permissible, and especially in the market. And that protest was not peaceful. As you know, they started burning the tires there in the market. That is to say, it is a harsh protest which is not permissible by the authorities, because it will cause damages, it will lead into robbery in the market, it will lead into burning of the market and all that. So that protest is not for the good intention, but I think it is for distraction. That is why always we warn people not to do that. Otherwise, protests can be done, but it will be done in a peaceful way and in a coordinated manner, and to be approved by the authorities responsible in the country. That is why we as the government, we always abstain people, not in order to conduct such particular protests. We have the parliament in both national and state. We have the local councils. Those are places whereby if there any problem, if there any crisis, if there anything affecting the population, those are the right channels in order to provide such particular issues, so that they are directed to the responsible people in the government, and then it is resolved. But it is not that you go to the road and then you make destruction, burning tires and all that. This is what we mean. Our country is democratic country, but we want to see that things are done in a right way. Even in America and all those countries, you see that there are processes to be done first. There are communications to be done in order to see that the security organs and even the leaders of the country, they have to know and they have to come out to receive the protest if it is peaceful, in order to hear from them. They will have a petition presenting to either to the parliament or presenting it to the leaders, to the president. That is how things are done. So this is what I can understand about the protest. Yes, please.
Okay, my name is Daniel Garang. I work for TRC, the radio community. Yeah, you talk that the protest has actually been linked to people coalitions and the youth from Juba University. How did you link this to the student in Juba University and the people coalitions? That's one. And secondly, we also know one of our colleagues, Ding Magot, was also arrested within the protest. And it has taken now 3 days and he has not yet been released. Why do you think she has been kept in the prison like that? Yet she's a journalist, she was not among the protesters.
He is from which
He's a
media?
journalist working for Voice of America.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Based on why we say that those suspects are from PCCA, is based on the preliminary investigation done, and then they say it with their own mouth that they belongs to PCCA, and also at the same time they are students University of Juba. They had been conducting this, the planning of this protest within the University of Juba, which is wrong. You see. Secondly, you asked about the issue of one of the media personnel is being arrested. I'm not aware about it because what had happened in the market, it is the public responsibility. It is not necessarily to be addressed by the city council. When it happened, joint security forces come to the market. They are deployed there in order to address or to arrest the situation. So they are found a suspect. Always in law, you have to see that when somebody is arrested in such particular area of concern, they are found, of course, burning the tires and all that, but still they are considered suspect. So after the preliminary investigation and then thorough investigation, now this is where, if at all, they are really convicted, and then the law will take its charge. But if they are found that they are ignorant or they are innocent on what had happened, they would be released. So when you talk of 2 to 3 days, that I don't know him even that he's been arrested and all that. But what I heard is that there are some of the suspects being apprehended and they are taken for the investigation. So I really knew that they are in good health because they are under the custody of police. They are not taken anywhere. They are under the custody of the police, and that is a normal procedure always happening whenever any crisis happens. If there are no any question, I just want also to appeal to all media houses within the city of Juba in order to convey a good information, a correct information, rather than conveying a hate information. This really, we found that some of you are doing that, but we as the government, we have always, in order to advise you that you people have to refrain from this. Because sometimes we can say something here or you can say something and then you provoke the situation and making things so difficult. That is why we are warning you always from time to time that you need to work for this country. You are part of this country, you are citizen of this country, but it is only roles and responsibilities that divide or that separate us. You are doing the job and we are also doing the job. The job that you are doing, we like it because you are conveying information to people. Without you, what we are doing here would not be known. So I am appealing to you personally as the mayor of Juba City Council in order to say that let us not provoke situation. Let us not welcome, you see, or accept such particular information that always create disunity and then hatred in the community and within the city, or that provoke situation so that it become serious. I think you are always happy on doing that, but really I'm telling you that this is not a good time for us in order to play those roles that have no any importance in our life.